keynote completely.
There is something not working as expected. Can you see now?
Yes, if you could just move, if you could just add another element to it, let's see if it progresses. Okay, perfect. Yes, we're good.
Okay, I hope it's good because we're gonna have some videos and stuff here coming. And actually, one more thing. I'm gonna stop this share and do it one more because there is a lot of videos coming here, and I need to do something. I'm really sorry for this, but that's the way it is with Zoom. This optimized for video. I forgot that. Okay. Are you sharing anything, Arthur?
No. No, we are just on the gallery, on the presenters view. Yeah, we don't have any speaker on. We don't have any sharing.
Connected back in. We'll wait for our CEO to get connected through. We'll hear more materials once we get connected. Apologize for the inconvenience, everybody worldwide, but have everybody connected in. That's what leaders do. They step up to the occasion. Even when we have little technical issues, and it's good to see everybody from all over the world. We'll get everybody connected in.
Okay, here we are. You can see now?
All right. We can see only Super One presenter. So whenever you want to switch over your camera and take over the screen share.
I have taken the camera.
What we will deliver now, that's what's on the screen.
Can you see what we will deliver now?
Yes.
Can you see we will enhance the NFT store?
No.
It's not working. This is playing on my computer, on the presenter computer.
It's coming up now.
Let's try without the presentation mode, Andreas, just as if you were actually creating the slides. Not exactly what we want, not ideal, but that will keep us going. The content for sure is more important today. As much as we know that you love the quality as well.
Logged in with my account.
We are logged in with the admin account, but that shouldn't matter. That's how it is typically for us, and that has no issue. Yeah. Okay, we can see that now, and the quality of the slides has improved as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's switch before we do videos because okay, what we are doing with the store is that we have designed an auction system. We have a lot of experience now from releasing 18,000 NFTs. They were kind of sold in a blast in the very beginning. We had some issues in the very beginning with the servers that we fixed within a couple of days, and we really got not rid of, but we sold a lot of NFTs in a very short period of time. And it's been there, and we sold more than 18,000. We experienced from that, and we need to broaden the horizon when it comes to releasing this. We have a big catalog of NFTs. So we really need to have a kind of 24-hour release schedule. That's why we tested these weekend hunts and the weekend basically that we were operating. Now we have worked out the American football. We are working with celebs. We are working with movie stars, pop stars. There is a lot of things coming. So there are merely hundreds of thousands of NFTs coming, and they are all connected to the game. So what we are doing and changing focus now is changing our focus from being focused on affiliates to players. Obviously, that's where we're heading this autumn. Towards the end of the year, we're gonna have a full-fledged game out in the market, and we are really moving on that towards that. And we will start introducing fan club and game features into the whole platform we have. So that's why we changed that focus. And we will create better affiliate tools and materials. We are in the process of releasing that now. And we will enhance the affiliate payouts with an upgraded plan. We're gonna tell you about one change we are doing today. And you need to stay calm because that change feels very radical for many of you, but it's not gonna be. We're gonna explain in detail. So stay tuned for that. We will simplify and create many more winners. The success of this company is depending on many people winning, many winners, and we want to create more winners. So what we're going to do now, we're going to very quickly review those 6 points and how we're going to do and what you can expect for us over the next weeks and months. So when it comes to the game, first off, we will enhance the NFT store and we will introduce auctions and exchange. Like I said, a huge collections is there. So we are enhancing the store in terms of navigation. This has already been designed and is being implemented. So we're going to have many categories. You want to have different type of galleries. There's going to be top list. There's going to be features. Going to be new. A lot of these things are being added to the NFT store. We're going to have a more, I'm going to say, dynamic release process in the sense that auctions, especially for selected cards, we're going to have legend cards coming with auctions. We're going to do a lot of these things to create excitement and keep people moving or members interested. And then we're going to have the marketplace for really for those of you who want to start trading, either purchasing cards or selling your own cards, trading your cards. Maybe you're going to exchange with other people. There are going to be numerous activities related to that. So that's where we're heading. We are doing all these NFT things on our own platform, and we are closely monitoring the market, how we could adapt into this. We are using the XRP ledger at the moment for this, and we are really excited about what's coming on the XRP ledger also when it comes to NFT. I think it's going to be a really blasting technology. So, second, we will move focus from affiliates to players. We have designed, or in the midst of designing, a completely new application, mobile app, where the player recruitment is the focus. That's basically how we're going to move into the market. We're going to use the existing Super One app, and we're going to transform that into becoming the gaming app. That will happen gradually, and the first step will be to simplify the whole recruitment and the whole accounting system inside. We are deploying easy-to-use social registration. So it will be very easy and not the big roadblock to register, at least for the very first easy part of it. And we will also enhance the invite features with when it comes to linking, and there's a lot of work going on there. When it comes to the affiliates itself, it's an app that's been designed over the past 1.5 years. And naturally, it contains more than 100 pages inside the app. And Arthur has done a tremendous job in nurturing that over the past year or so. And what we are actually doing, we are changing not only the design, but we are changing the user UX, the experience inside. So that's work in progress. And we are working closely with the affiliate team, with the game team together to make sure that we have a great experience. But we're trying to, sometimes when you start creating stuff and you create over a long period of time, and then you come to a solution where, okay, how could we simplify this? How could we make navigation better? How could we make this better? Not visually, basically, even if we're going to change the visuals to update and become more modern. It's more about the user flow, etc. So that's happening. And then thirdly, we will start introducing fan, club, and game feature. This is something we have been working on for quite a long time in parallel with the NFT scheme. And as you know, we have some true football experts on in the company, and we are now creating amongst the top clubs. We are started working with 20 clubs to create sort of what we call qualification game, where you have to answer some questions to prove that you are a true fan, etc., etc. And we're really engaging on different levels into this. The next step after that will be to introduce single player games, maybe even for the clubs or for certain of the top 100 players we have. So you can kind of prove your knowledge, and we are able to gather sort of market intelligence on how these questions are perceived and how they are answered, and to see the difficulty level, etc., etc. And while we're doing that, we are also in process of the multiplayer tournaments, which will of course include exciting prizes and the big staircase, $1 million staircase, and all that. So there is a process when it comes to the game release. So it's not when people ask me when is the game releasing. We have set a date on the 1st of December, which is our multiplayer tournaments. But before that, we will actually start moving with registration, with single player, and with all those other things. So there is no single fixed date on the game. It is more a gradual implementation, and we need to create a massive momentum for the game. We want the game to start with millions of people on the platform, and to get there, we need to provide these things. So we need to grow not only the affiliate network, but the player network. We need to get out there. We need to have material. We need to engage the fans, and they need to understand why should they register for this game, and why should they bring in people. And that's what we're working on. We are working on NFTs in that sense, and game assets, a lot of these things that our gaming team is well experienced in. So that's the game. When it comes to the affiliate, we also need to do stuff. Of course, we know we need to do better tools and materials. That's one thing. It's always a question: do I have it in this language or this or this? And we changed a lot, and we also provided quite a lot of good materials over the past year. First of all, we're going to have a new and improved back office, where you have better insight and better overview of your team. That's one thing. And there are also other features that Archer is orchestrating in there. And we also going to simplify the bonus plan. And that one of the purpose of that is to make it easier to explain. And once you have something it's easier to explain, the result is that it's easier to recruit. So we will get more into that. We have more presentations. We are starting our weekly rounds again, and we're going to keep these weekly corporate updates, and we're going to have much more content coming in multiple languages. And that's actually starting today with a little new product we are launching today. So second, and here comes probably the biggest change from the affiliate point of view we are launching today. We need to enhance the affiliate payouts with an upgraded plan. And the team that's related to John, Arthur, Stians, myself, we have been discussing this and we have been analyzing the statistics. We have a lot of statistics from the past year, and we have seen and analyzed member pattern and who is earning what and how they are earning. We come to a conclusion that we want to merge the binary and the coding. And it's not that we're going to discontinue coding. We are bringing it in to the binary in a uniquely strong way. The reason for this is to simplify and put focus on the binary. And what we experience today is that we have sort of a twofold compensation model. where we see the effect the coding have on the binary, and we also see inside the coding the a lot of I won't call it misuse, but in lack of another word, people are putting empty accounts, and it kind of hurts the working of the coding. So we found some really cool way to introduce to merge this together, and that work has already started. And we are not going to release details today about how we're going to do it, but we will introduce some really new binary features that will enhance the affiliate rewards and concentrate everything into one single highway, which is the binary. And like we always do in this company, we procure that existing coding positions are maintained. And by that, we will do this change in a very prudent way. So we will move in, and we will get back to all this in separate webinars. But what we are doing, we are merging binary and coding into one very strong and very easy to understand model. There is no shying away that presenting a binary model is very simple. Everyone understands it in the affiliate world, while presenting the coding needs some sort of consideration because it's something unique for Super One. We are not going to remove all the uniqueness and the prosperous features of coding, but we are merging them together, and we believe this is to the real benefit, so more people will make more money and it will come faster. So that's the whole purpose. And like we said, we will simplify and create many more winners. The new plan will make it easier to engage and recruit. Definitely it will be that, because it's easier to understand, because most of the people already know how a binary is working, and you don't need to know the advanced features of our binary to get started. That you can kind of easily get into, and we will show that later. We are also today introducing a new $10 package, a new entry level that makes it open the platform to much wider audience. Before we had the $100 entry point. Now we have created a $10 entry point, and that opens for audiences in many countries around the world, and also for many different type of people that want to see how it's working. And that's the Super Plink $10 package. It's full-fledged thing that's running on binary and coding, and it's running on direct, it's running on everything. So that works exactly like $100 packs. We have some other limitations to it, of course, but this will result in much more members, much more momentum, and more rewards. That's what we want to do. We want more people to make more money faster, and that's why we are creating this. We have put some limitations to that package, so it's not how should we call it, a sleeping pillow. It's not that. But anyway, we believe that these changes to the affiliate model is kind of icing of the cake for us. We've been around this year, we have learned a lot, and we see the statistics, we see the behavior, and we see what's necessary. And that's the good thing of being our own platform. We don't need to, we can do these changes, and we can procure that they are done in a good way, and we will not sort of disrupt anyone's career. So what we are actually doing, we are taking two highways or two roads and merging them into a big highway. And that's what we do with binary and coding. We are creating a beautiful relationship between the two of our compensation models, and it will be something, and I will probably say it's going to be the coolest and probably the best paying binary ever out there in the world. And it's going to be, of course, real time, and it's all this. We will get back with the details, because there is a lot of details and a lot of things that we would like to share with you in relation to that. So Here you see a little bit of what's coming: website presentation, blogs. A lot of this material has been developed over a long period of time. We are a little bit late in putting them out there. We know it's really required, but we have certain capacity, and the NFT work over the past weeks has really been exhaustive. And but we have prepared a lot, and it's coming there. Beautiful websites, beautiful store, auction, all these things are coming. So let's have a little bit look on the new thing we are coming with.
Keep on beeping and clanging all day and night. New post, new tag, or just for a new friend request. You can monetize these things.
Was that video okay, Arthur?
The video played, but the sound was as if was playing from a computer like, somewhere in the distance.
Okay, not good. Anyway, when we started Super One and we had our first trials, we learned very quickly that sort of all the advanced market presentation, whatever we did, it was all about the rewards and the plings in the telephone. And that's what people loved about Super One. And it's been kind of with us, this real time, you're getting notified, you're getting rewards and all that. So while we know over the year has been mainly focusing on $100 and $500 packages, and we've seen the opportunity in several markets to really launch a lower end package, and that's what we are doing. It's already there. We are doing it today. So what we took this, how should I say, the starting point in the pling, because when we were in Vietnam a while ago, it was like pling pling pling. Everybody was talking about the pling, and that's what we are looking into, and that's how people are living today. Their mobile life, it's all about new likes, new mention, and everything happening on your telephone. And what if we could make money on all these plings, sort of getting your friends engaged, getting things moving? And this is where we are now introducing a super pling pack. We call it super pling because it's not a big pack like the super pack with a lot of tokens and credits. It has 100 credits, it has 10 token. It gives you a little dent into the system, but it is connected to the full compensation plan. So it is a good tool for you to start making money and to prove that Super One is working in the way you expect, and you will be able to build your team, and you will be able to do this. We have a few limitations to it, but this will work as a money generator. As you start building your network, you are able to see how it's working, and you are able to actually earn good money on this, as it's paying like the rest of the platform 75% to the crowd. So there is a lot of things to be lot of rewards to be picked up from this, and you can earn up to $250 in cash real time to your telephone, and then you need to buy another one. So it's a kind of a rechargeable thing. The reason for this is we want people to move on to the bigger packages, of course, with bigger amounts, with bigger rewards and all this. But you can also stay here, and you can stay on the $10 level and keep being flooded with messages from all over the world, earning binary direct pumping into you, and it's also connected to the matching. So it's matching for those who have the ranks. So it is part of the whole sort of triple magic compensation plan. So that's the super pling. So it is like fill, earn, repeat in a limitless cycle. It just keeps moving and moving and moving, and yeah, you have a profit on $240, $250 less $10 for every time you recharge. So this is a way to introduce super pling to new people at a very what we can low entry barrier. So it is, yeah, like I said, to a low entry barrier, and it showcased the full bonus plan. So here we not only can, but we believe that this will bring in quite a lot of people, and those people will of course make money all the time, and probably they will then advance to the bigger packages, and they will also be part of the whole gaming community which we are moving towards. So that's the purpose. Let's have a look on the video.
Our phones keep on beeping and clanging all day. And new post, new tag, or just for a new friend request. What if you can monetize these things? Introducing the Super Fling, generator fueled by your friend's network. Every time you fill it with $10, you can earn up to $250. All binary and total cash bonuses are paid in real time, so the cycle is limitless. Fill up. We empower every entrepreneur just like you to start growing his own money generator. Backed by the world's first trivia game. To crack the code of fanatical sports and entertainment. Feeding on the hunger of billions of people for football, basketball, American football, cricket, and every sport you could ever imagine. Or any kind of entertainment you would dream of, from celebrities to movies. Because winning isn't everything. Stay tuned.
So I don't see the quality, but I hope it was acceptable. We're going to release this video in multiple languages, and we're going to do it today. It's already ready in Brazilian or Portuguese, English, Filipino, German, Hindi, Indonesian, Japanese, and Vietnamese. So we will send out in our Telegram channel later today the links to all these videos, and the presentation will follow also shortly in multiple languages. So we believe this is a really good step in that direction to cater that part of the market. Super Playing is already live in the back office. Many of you have seen it and tested it. And like we said, the videos are being released today. Then we have also changed the name and value of the mini pack to Super Gift, and we reduced the value to $5. The purpose of this Super Gift package is to basically give this to people that want to join Super One as a little gift. You can buy them and give them away. That's the whole purpose of them. It's always been the purpose. And we wanted to change a little bit so we don't collide with the Super Fling or the Super Packs. So now we changed that. So now it's labeled as a gifting package, its main purpose. And so now we have 3 different type of things to buy. We have packages. We have the Super Gift. That's purpose is to give away to people to get them to join. And we have the Super Pling, which is a full-fledged $10 isolated package on the platform with binary. It have coding, it have direct, it have matching to those who have matching. Then we have the super packs ranging from $100 to $50,000, and they contain, of course, all the credits and all the full-fledged thing, plugging into our rank advancement or career model. So there is no other main changes. So that the $10 will be there. It will be paying 75%, so $7.50 for each will go to the members, and we will have the Super Gift will operate with 100% back as before. So that's something just used to get people excited. Okay, so now we come to a little bit more update on the market and where we are in the market and what we are doing. Many people have been asking about the listing that not the listing itself, but the trading that we contemplated opening on the 1st of September. And we are a little bit behind the schedule, and we're going to explain a little bit about this now. So what we are doing in Super One, we are creating a whole new application level on platforms sort of in the blockchain world. And so we are sort of creating both our game and our affiliate platform as applications residing on top of the XRP ledger and on top of other intermediary like Alchemy we are using, Binance stuff we are using for the token. And so we kind of operate in a very novel space. There is a lot of things happening in the market when it comes to technological changes. We have seen now the market really booming, and then one day it's booming, next day it's kind of all black because it's down. We had a crack 1.5 months ago when Bitcoin really took a dive and everybody was negative, and then it goes some weeks and then everything comes back. So we truly believe in the platform and the applications we are creating, because it is gearing towards consumers. So we are a B2C company in this. Most of the companies in the blockchain space, they either do trading or they do B2C thing. We are operating that, and with all the members we have, we already proven we can handle the scale, and it's going to be even more as we move forward with gaming into to hopefully tens of millions of gamers. Is really interesting space to be. So we are in, like Arthur started saying, into one of the most appreciated spaces in the whole tech industry today. We are at the intersection of gaming and blockchain with play to earn, play to win games. So when we look into the NFT market, it has skyrocketed into more than $2 billion. There are a couple of companies that really made a home run in that market, and they have been very, very well positioned. They have worked hard to get there, and they have really, really earned admirable positions. And we are all looking into them and see, okay, how is that working for us? And we believe we have some really strong and good things in this market also. So when we look on the craze that's taking place, we can talk about a couple of companies. We can start with the right one, Chills. They are working with a fan token within the football industry, and they're working out of Malta, and they reach $2.5 billion now in market cap. And it's been a crazy journey for the founder, Alex Dreyfus, and his team. They've been very good at what they're doing, and they reach high value. And what is even more interesting is the high trading volume of these companies. And then we have the Axie Infinity that's kind of been blasting into the space over the past couple of months. And they really made it. They are more than $5 billion in market cap now. And they sold $800 million of NFTs in August. So that's a really, really big accomplishment. And they are into the, I won't say the same as we do, but we are in the very same courtyard, sort of. We are doing play to earn and play to win stuff, same as them. So the market space here is really, really excited. And it's been a busy summer. When it comes to the trading, we were due to open that on the September 1st. We are a little bit behind the schedule. It's a lot of events has happened, and we are also into some, I won't say negotiations, but talks and discussions with market operators. We need to be sure that when we do that, we have the sufficient backing. So we are preparing for the trading. And we are also preparing for the market activities that's required to achieve success in this trading. There's no point opening for trading without having a market maker in place and to really boost that. And things are happening fast. There are different sources, and we've been advised to stay a little bit low for what, not a low, but to wait a little bit as we are preparing our own platform. And those of you who've been ringside with us have seen that we have worked very hard this summer with the NFT sale. It's a great accomplishment. Now we are moving into the next phase of that, and we are also moving into the trading part. We are heading into a storm once we start trading. Trading is something that requires more or less 24/7 attention. We need a news cycle to be very frequent, and we are, like I said, preparing for that, and we have some good advisors on these things. We will release more information on this shortly. We couldn't release everything today, but we are getting back on this shortly, as we also want to benefit from this market and really get that part moving, which we are all waiting for also. So I will not say more about that at this point in time, but over the next few weeks we will get back to you with much more details.
Every market waves and cycles, and the mobile.
I think maybe this video, Arthur, you're not hearing very well.
It's a little bit choppy, so I think it would be better if we just posted them on Telegram.
Yeah, let me do one thing. We have a very cool video here. I want to show it, but I'm gonna stop the presentation. I'm gonna show it in a different mode on Zoom. Okay. So that's the last slide. Let me just stop the sharing and make sure we get into that in a proper way, because it's too good to not show. That's okay?
Yes, absolutely, yes. Let's do it. Yeah, we'll wait.
Just wait a little bit, and we... We need to improve this, these things. Here, you see. Optimize for video. Now all is beautiful. Okay, so now you can see the video, and let's play it, and then we will have a Q&A after the video. This video is about the potential in the market we are operating.
Every market comes in waves and cycles, and the mobile gaming craze is absolutely no exception. The hype wave of Super One play-to-earn gaming model have witnessed stunning growth trajectories, exceeding all expectations in the first half of 2021, proving that the biggest trends that will continue to grow by leaps and bounds are the video games that enable players to buy, sell, and trade NFT gaming assets. Let us prove this formula with Axie Infinity. Daily active users swelled to more than 1 million. Recorded $30 million worth of Ether transfers a day, generating more than $1.6 billion in all-time sales. The token has exponentially grown from $0.5 to $75 in few months. Well, that's not much in the $2.2 trillion universe of cryptocurrencies. This is the first wave testing ground for Ethereum's tech. Now, we are entering a second, roaring for the next project that will expand the horizon to target bigger segments, grander aspirations, global audiences. Super One.
Yeah, that's where we're heading. Okay. Was the video okay?
No, the video didn't play. Just the sound.
Just
so
sound.
the audio was exciting.
Yeah, audio was. I'm fired up.
Didn't the video play?
No, there was no visuals.
Wow. That's really bad. Leave it. It's there is something with this Zoom on this presentation computer. We haven't used it for some couple of weeks, but I don't know why. Really don't know why.
So a few
We're
questions.
gonna share it anyway. Okay.
This it's been, because of these slight issues, it's been a long call, so we're not gonna take a lot of questions, guys. We're gonna address whatever else we received from you from the chat. We'll address it separately tomorrow and the day after. Question about the auction: how soon will the system be ready to release the NFT cards auction?
That's the auction will come. They will come from the company side, and it's already work in progress. But I will not. I mean, that's one of the first priorities we have. We have a lot of priorities, but that is one of the primary priorities, is to get the auction system going. Meanwhile, we're going to release a little bit more NFTs, and we will not put definite dates today, because we have a lot of things to do, and we are sorting them, and you're part of that work too. There are things that is more important than the auction. One of them is the change to the compensation model, and that is something it's not a big task, but we need to do things. We have a team of nearly 20 people working, so only on the tech side. So yes, we are doing things fast. The auction is it's specify. How should I say? It's the spec is ready. They have started working on it, and we will have an auction shortly. And then it's about how we operate that auction, how we're going to do it. There are different ways I can explain how we have planned the first auction. Is that we're going to release? We're not going to have too many concurrent auctions, maybe only one going on at a time, or we're going to have a few. And then every time there is a bid, we're starting on a minimum. Every time there is a bid, you can give a bid that is higher. Your credits will be taken from your account electronically, of course, directly. Once you are overbid, it will be released again.
Escrow.
And one winning bid will have to stay for, I think it's, we decided 30 minutes, because it's going to be a 24/7 thing. So it stay for 30 minutes, and then immediately the next will start. We will have multiple of this going concurrently, and we will start with a few, and then we will expand and expand and expand. We see that now that we understand that the initial release of the football was very attractive. We see the initial release on basket attractive, especially the gold and silver. And now we have a few hundred left in the store. You should actually go and grab them. And we're going to do with the American football. We're also coming with celebs. We're coming with, there are so many of these coming, and they're all fitting into the whole question regime we have in the game, how it's going to be working in the game. And we sold 18,000, and we sold about half of the football ones. Less, of course, on the basket, and we're holding back a little bit because we're also going to use NFTs into the player recruitment thing. So there is a special thing coming there. How we get players to recruit players, and then we're gonna have NFTs. They will not dilute what's already there. It's more game feature sort of oriented NFTs and status symbols and stuff like that. So our NFT work is pretty comprehensive, and what we have experienced is that handling it in the true way, like we do with IPFS storage and preparing it, has been a lot of manual work, very labor intensive work. We have managed to create scripts to do it better and better. But even with all the control features we have slipped through. You've seen there have been a couple of errors, and I usually say if there is a 1% error, that means that 15 Ryanair flights in Europe will fall down every day, and that's not sufficient or it's not acceptable. So we have a team on the NFT. We have we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people full-time on NFTs doing the cycles and the thing, and we now need to expand that team also because we are working with cricket, and cricket is sort of not so easy to understand for everyone, to be honest, and it is extremely popular in India and certain other countries. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. We have the whole celeb, movie stars, pop stars. Yeah, it's all working. So auction is coming shortly, and definitely marketplace is coming. But of course, auction is coming first. And player registration is what... Not player registration itself. It's going to be an easier registration to the platform itself, and a whole new way of being welcomed to the platform. The affiliate will take a secondary place in the application. The application is geared towards the gamers, and once they get in, they get excited, and they have their testing ground for their team. In example, say you say you are a Manchester United fan, okay, and then we will have a game where you play a game about Manchester United to see if you actually qualify for that. We're gonna have a little bit of gameplay into this, and that's how we built the audience. And there will be achievements, there will be competitions, there will be NFTs, there will be a whole economy, a whole ecosystem related to that. So the guys doing this, Alex, Morten, and several others, I mean, they grown up with FIFA, the biggest one. They're all dipping into FIFA or other games. They are gamers, profound gamers, and that's how they navigate this. So that's what we're doing. A lot of work is being done. A lot more to come.
Super.
But it's exciting. It's really exciting. The market is really there. We have something great, and it's the concept is not easy to replicate. It's a lot of work, and we sold all these NFTs. That's already part of the game. So we already, you can say, for argument's sake, we started releasing the game by the NFTs. We're there. You can use your credits. We're going to do more of that. And as you know, there is a lot of strategic work taking place on that sense. Any other questions?
Just the biggest one, of course, is a little bit. It's about the tokens. If you could just expand a little bit on the time frame for when members would be able to withdraw the tokens from the system, it's important to address that. This year, at some point, just we know that we cannot give out the dates because there are so many things that are related to this area.
There are many things related to it, and like I said in the presentation, one of the most important things before we do that is to make sure we have a buying side. Okay, there is no point releasing it and we will have members, oh, I want to sell my token. There are always some people that want to sell, and we have a lousy price, and we sort of have nothing really sensible to do with it. So what we need to create a market for it, and that's what we are working on. I cannot go into details. The time frame, we are looking into weeks, and once we have something to share, we will share it. We can and will not share before we have something really tangible to share. What we will do, like we have discussed, and what we will do, since we should have started 1st of September, we will add some bonus. We will release those bonuses shortly, at least the amount and how we're going to do it. We will release some bonuses to the holders that were expecting the vesting contract to start on the 1st, and then we will increase the speed on the vesting, so we are not slowing down in the total. We will sort of change the course a little bit and increase the speed, so we will catch up with that, and that's why we are also keen to get it done really quickly.
So that's end of the day 90th, counting from the 1st of September. By the 90th day, they will still release their full. They will still receive their full allocation.
We keep that course, yes. So perfect. If let's say we are 20 days delayed, just for argument's sake, it will be 70 days. Okay.
We'll just release
With-
more every single day, basically.
Yeah, or we release the cumulative. So let's say we take, if we are 20 days release, we give 20 days in the very beginning, okay? And then we are back on the schedule. Something. Yeah. We will also add a little bit bonus to this, but this is to the benefit of the token holders, because as we all know, there is a pretty bumpy road out there. Now we can look at Axie, and they have been tremendous success over the past 60 days. Before that was not a success, and before that, even the market were tanking. So what we need to do is to make sure that there is a lot of elements coming together at the same time, so we getting airborne. I mean, getting an airplane into the air, you need speed, and you need some flaps, and you need everything to get airborne. And we need that speed and flaps and the fuel and everything, so we are sure that we don't end up as a lame duck in the bottom corner.
Perfect. I think
We
that's
hope to do it
all.
quicker, and so I don't want to give any particular answer today, because I also want it out there and up there, and I want it probably quicker than anyone else. But at the same time, I'm pretty realistic in relation to where we are. And I say, okay, we are now in the midst of doing this. We're having meetings. We are discussing how we actually can plug in the marketing and get this airborne. So I don't want to say any time, but it's going to be very sooner than later.
Perfect. Yes, I think we're ready on that. We're ready to wrap up the call.
Okay. We'll release the videos and everything. The recording here is nothing to release in my mind. So let's get the presentation into PDF, into the channels, and get all the videos out there, and gets the super thing moving, and bring in people. And we will do from the company side, we will over the next week provide you with a lot of updates on how we're gonna upgrade the compensation model. There is nothing dramatic into it, but it is at the same time something we do to improve your earnings and make sure that you make more money, and we are all steering in the same direction. And there is only one way from A to B, and that's the highway. So we don't have the extra roads to go with, learn about this or learn about that. It's just about moving in one direction and have the best working compensation plan out there, and the most aggressive binary that's ever been created in the affiliate world. So take care, have a nice weekend, and look into all the material we will be releasing over the next hour in our Telegram channel and email, and we will come back here with regular webinars early next week. Thank you very much.